first Queer History Symposium at Gerber Hart. We, Gerber Hart, we are an LGBTQ+ library and archives. We've been around since 1981, and we focus on collecting, preserving, and making accessible the LGBTQ history of Chicago and the Midwest. And there is a lot of it, and I think that's the biggest thing to take away is just how much there is, especially in Chicago and the Midwest. It's my pleasure to introduce Santos from Gage Park Latinx Council.
And a lot of folks were feeling helpless and wanted outlets to talk about it. So we started a neighborhood group to just kind of talk about issues that we were experiencing as a community, and that shifted into us organizing in our own community and creating what is today 2 cultural centers that are queer-led in Gage Park.
Out in the classroom, queer academic resistance and curriculum.
So today, I want to tell you a love story. It's about these 2 men, pictured here. James Mason Jr. is the gentleman wearing the glasses, and Terry Colbert is the man with the mustache.
At my time there, I've been thinking a lot about academic protest and the ways in which that manifests. The very broad definition of not only protest and resistance, but also academic in general.
I will tell you, my professors noticed that I, as an undergrad, somehow managed to be in archives all the time doing research. And they always ask me, why? Because we don't require it.
Let's get physical, connecting queer history to in-person tours and spaces.
What I've been working on is a series of walking tours that highlight different neighborhoods of Chicago's LGBTQ community.
We host events with book-themed guided running routes where the story takes place. So that means that all of our books are set in Chicago, and we run literally wherever the story takes place. So whether it's Edward or Rogers Park, or it's Hyde Park, or sometimes we even run in the suburbs.
So Jen, Allison, and I sat down together and started talking about what do we want like this first official Gerber Hart read and run to be. And Jen suggested doing the folk novel The Girls in 3D.
Silences, affirmations, and challenges within archival research.
And the story, the rural is inhospitable, the city is haven, is exactly what I seek to complicate in my own research.
I'm from Nepal, but I haven't applied confident for this yet. And I don't think I will ever because I can't afford it and I don't have that strength. So I am a writer, I'm a journalist, and I'm also a member of STICON, which is the only existing South Asian queer organization here in Chicago.
And today I want to talk about the research journey I took as I explored gay tourism in Puerto Rico during the 60s and 70s.
But that is in fact what these images are. All of these are pictures that I took on my phone, cropped and edited. These are all from various issues of Gay Chicago magazine from between 1990 and 1993.
I think for me particularly with Peña's collection, it's very evident, especially in his letters, that he wanted to preserve his family. Like he said, like people need to know the story of Roland or of Randall Moss and me and the cats, and the people need to know this. Like I don't want to die, essentially.
Processing queer religious life, Norman Sandfield and Orpadash.
Because I'm a historian and this past year I've been doing an archivist work, for me it's been very much a Wizard of Oz moment, going behind the scenes and seeing everything up close. So rather than making an argument, which is what I've been trained to do in grad school, I will try to tell you about an argument I had with myself about what this collection shows us.
On Orthodox. They began as the first and only LGBT specific synagogue in Chicago. They started in 1975 as a very informal group looking for like-minded Jewish people who wanted a space that was specifically for them.
Beyond the photo, utilizing photographic collections for artistic, historic, and genealogical research.
My craft, my practice, and my personal interests are essentially about narratives, stories, various ways that they're told, and how this is manifested in images and in text.
I'm sure Miss Tilly would be thrilled to know that she gets 2 people talking about her, and she gets to be the big closer. And I am so happy to be here sharing the remarkable story of of Miss Tilly and her incredible photos.
During the 1960s, there was an explosion of activity in Chicago's drag scene.
John Emilio is a pioneer in the field of LGBTQ history and the history of sexuality. He's the author of several books, including Intimate Matters, A History of Sexuality in America, Sexual Politics, Sexual Community, The Making of a Homosexual Minority in the United States, and Memories of a Gay Catholic Boyhood, Coming of Age in the 60s.
So instead, what I want to try to do is offer a broad sense in a concise way of how the field of LGBTQ history has developed over time. Wow. I mean, it's just amazing the range of stuff that we've heard today, the variety of research that's being done, and the fact that all of what we've heard today is connected to Gerber Hart. So thank you, Gerber Hart, for what you're making possible.